Hi, I'm Gernot Wagner, an economist at the Environmental Defense Fund and the author of But Will the Planet Notice? And today we'll talk about aviation, the emissions that you and I cause when we hop on a plane and go to beautiful locations like Aspen here, and what to do about it.
Baruch here with genConnect.com, chatting today with environmental expert Gernot Wagner. How are you, Gernot?
Good, how are you?
I'm well. Now, we are sitting here in beautiful Aspen. Clearly, we had to fly here. And for someone who's environmentally conscious, that might hurt a little bit. What can people who actually do care about the environment do to offset the negative impact that flying has?
Well, you already hit the key word, offset.
Okay.
Right? So the typical environmentalist would look at this problem, pollution problem of aviation, right? Flying to conferences like this in beautiful locations and say, okay, well, let me spend some money to plant trees somewhere or have someone else plant trees on my behalf, and overall emissions will stay the same, or my flight emissions will be offset by the fact that someone plants a tree somewhere or covers a methane pit and so on. And I'm not saying we shouldn't be doing those things, right? We should be planting more trees. We should be covering methane pits. But, and here's the big but, none of that adds up to enough, right? A bunch of enviros essentially taking the personal hit and offsetting their emissions voluntarily won't do it.
Okay.
What has to happen is that whenever you board a plane, whenever you do anything that causes pollution for that matter, the system that is set up to allow you to board a plane will also allow you, or obligate you in this case, to spend for the money your pollution causes. So let's take flying as an example. Right? One cross-country flight, LA to New York and back, causes about 1 ton of CO2 emissions. Right? That's a lot, right? It's a ton, a ton of
Sure.
CO2 pollution. Now that ton causes about at least $20 worth of damage. Right? So I'm not telling you not to fly. I'm telling you that everybody, not just you and me, everybody ought to spend that $20 extra to make, to offset, to incorporate the pollution, the cost that pollution causes. Right? Now, again, it's not you and me who will make the difference
Sure.
here. It has to be policy. And as a matter of fact, starting January 1st of this year, 2012, we have the European Union take exactly that step. It's not perfect. It doesn't actually come out to $20, and it's not really the price that matters. They've limited emissions from CO2 emissions from flights to and from Europe. That's a lot of flights, by the way. It's about a
Sure.
third of our global flights that are covered this way, 2 billion passengers a year, and that's exactly the kind of policy step that does, in fact, make the difference.
Gernot, thank you for giving us these really direct tips that can actually make a difference. But ultimately, as you said, it's about the bigger picture. Thank you, Gernot. And for more with Gernot, be sure to check out genConnect.com.